food lovers, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into one of Portugal's most beloved dishes, feijoada. This hearty bean stew is packed with flavor and history, and I've got some surprising unknown facts about it that I can't wait to share. So, let's get cooking. Feijoada is a traditional Portuguese stew made primarily with beans and a variety of meats, including pork, beef, and sometimes sausages. It's a dish that warms the soul and brings families together, often enjoyed during leisurely weekend meals. Feijoada has a fascinating history that traces back to the 15th century. While many associate it with Brazil, the dish actually has its roots in Portugal. It was brought to Brazil during the colonial period, where it evolved with local ingredients and became a national dish. The main ingredients in Portuguese feijoada are black or red beans, pork, and beef, often accompanied by chorizo or other types of sausage. Vegetables like onions, garlic, and carrots add depth to the flavor, while bay leaves, paprika, and olive oil give it that distinct Portuguese taste. Here's something you might not know. Feijoada was originally considered a dish for the wealthy in Portugal. The meats used were often the finest cuts, making it a luxurious meal. Over time, it became more accessible to the general population, especially in Brazil, where it was adapted with local, more affordable ingredients. Feijoada is more than just a meal, it's a cultural tradition. In Portugal, it's often served during special occasions and family gatherings. The dish symbolizes comfort, community, and the importance of sharing good food with loved ones. Did you know that feijoada varies from region to region in Portugal? In the north, you might find it made with white beans, while in the south, black beans are more common. Each region has its own twist, adding local ingredients and flavors to make it unique. The dish's journey to Brazil is a testament to the influence of Portuguese colonization. In Brazil, feijoada was adapted by African slaves, who made it using the less desirable cuts of meat given to them by their masters, turning it into a staple of Brazilian cuisine. A common misconception about feijoada is that it's a poor man's dish. While it did evolve into a more affordable meal in Brazil, its origins in Portugal were quite the opposite, showcasing the richness and diversity of the country's culinary history. Feijoada is not just hearty and delicious. It's also packed with nutrients. Beans are an excellent source of protein, fiber, and essential vitamins, while the variety of meats provide necessary fats and additional proteins, making it a well-rounded meal. The key to a great feijoada is slow cooking. The longer you let the ingredients simmer together, the richer and more complex the flavors become. Traditionally, it's cooked in a large pot over low heat, allowing the beans to absorb the essence of the meats and spices. Another lesser-known fact is that feijoada was often prepared a day in advance. This gave the flavors time to meld and develop, making the dish even tastier when reheated the next day. Feijoada pairs wonderfully with a robust Portuguese red wine, like a good Douro or Alentejo. The wine's bold flavors complement the richness of the stew, creating a harmonious dining experience. Today, feijoada remains a beloved dish in Portugal, enjoyed by people of all social classes. Modern chefs have also begun experimenting with the recipe, adding contemporary twists while respecting its traditional roots. The beans are tender, the meat is flavorful, and the broth is rich and comforting. If you're making it at home, don't forget to season generously and give it time to simmer. That's where the magic happens. Feijoada is a dish that's rich in history, flavor, and cultural significance. Whether you're enjoying it in Portugal, Brazil, or anywhere else in the world, it's a testament to the power of food to bring people together. I hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into feijoada and feel inspired to try making it yourself. Feijoada is often served during Portuguese festivals, especially those celebrating harvests and religious holidays. It's a dish that brings communities together, symbolizing abundance and gratitude. The slow cooking process allows everyone to enjoy the festivities while the meal is being prepared, making it the perfect dish for large gatherings. Interestingly, feijoada's roots can be traced back to ancient Roman and Moorish cuisine. The use of legumes like beans and the slow cooking method were techniques brought to the Iberian Peninsula by these cultures. Over time, these culinary traditions merged with local Portuguese ingredients to create the feijoada we know today. Did you know there's a seafood version of feijoada called feijoada de marisco? This variation, popular in coastal regions of Portugal, substitutes pork and beef with a variety of seafood, including shrimp, clams, and octopus. It's a lighter but equally flavorful take on the classic dish, showcasing Portugal's rich maritime heritage. Feijoada's journey to Brazil was also influenced by African culinary traditions. Enslaved Africans adapted the dish using available ingredients, like black beans and offcuts of meat, transforming it into a staple of Brazilian cuisine. This version of feijoada eventually became synonymous with the Afro-Brazilian community and is a key part of their cultural identity. Over centuries, feijoada evolved differently in Portugal and Brazil. In Portugal, it remained a more refined dish, often enjoyed by the upper class, while in Brazil, it became a symbol of resistance and ingenuity, with the enslaved population creating a beloved national dish from simple, humble ingredients. In Portugal, feijoada is traditionally paired with robust red wines, but did you know that in some regions, it's also enjoyed with a glass of white wine or even vinho verde? The acidity and freshness of these wines help balance the rich, hearty flavors of the stew, offering a refreshing contrast. Feijoada is more than just a dish, it's a symbol of social equality in Portugal. As it became more accessible over time, it was embraced by all social classes, bringing together people from different backgrounds at the same table. This communal aspect of feijoada reflects the Portuguese values of inclusivity and hospitality. Thank you for joining me on this culinary journey through the flavors of Portugal. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more delicious recipes and food history, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.